Hey guys, Brian Stevens here with Mortgage Shots. I have Tom Appleton. He is an account rep over at Rocket Extraordinaire who's helped me out on a ton of my deals, and everything has been going wonderful. We want to speak about a couple of things that Rocket's doing that is wildly unique and only to them. But first of all, Tom, how are you? And how did you get to Rocket?
So I've been with Rocket for almost 20 years. It'll be 20 years in February. Really just started here and raised my family. I mean, when I first started here, no kids, nothing like that. Now I got 2 kids that are both driving, and it's been awesome. Love it. Absolutely love it. Wouldn't want to work any other place.
I got 2 kids driving. I got one who's about to drive. I wish the driving age in this country was 35 years old. That would make sense to me. But let's talk about a couple of things that Rocket does really well. You've been with them for 20 years, which is really, really extraordinary. But let's talk about a couple of their programs that help people out that are uniquely Rocket.
I mean, the first one that comes to mind is our credit upgrade. Our credit upgrade program is fantastic. It's something we have set in place to where we can help a client, help a partner with their client get a better score while in process, while their loan's being underwritten, to either eliminate like a loan level pricing adjustment or get them lower PMI based on where their credit score is. So, I mean, that's just one program that really sticks out that the broker community, that's fantastic to the broker community.
But I mean, that's a big one for me personally. I just had a client who had like a 685 credit score, and we went through a scenario that put him up to 740. Not a big user of credit, and we got the 740 loan level price adjustment, which means he got a better rate as a result of that. Is Rocket holding on to those loans? How can they do that when your competitors can?
Well, I think it's something that we're doing while the client's in process. So as long as we make that change prior to that loan closing, the client's going to be able to take advantage of those, the low level pricing or lower PMI. So it's something that we're allowed to update. I mean, we have a way that we update the credit while the client's in process, and it's just basically updating those scores. Like, and you've had this experience with it.
I did.
Mean, the great thing is the client doesn't know that Rocket is doing that. The client is under the impression that you, the broker, is doing that. So it's a service that we offer to our broker community that they can really sell, that it's their program.
I mean, the thing is, let's just say it. You guys are eating that cost.
Correct.
It doesn't, like, when we're doing, like, changing our credit scores, that's a cost that Rocket is absorbing.
100%. And the other thing that we're absorbing, too, at that point in time is, you can use our credit service as well. You can pull credit through our system. There's no cost to the client, no cost to the broker.
Wow.
And that's big. And it's not something that we pass that cost on at closing to the client on the CD. It's something that we actually cover and eat as well.
So my credit reports, when I run them through you guys, it's not a cost on my book.
Absolutely. I have some large broker partners that not having to pay for credit reports any longer currently right now. They're able to use that money towards their marketing budget and things like that, it's huge. I mean, again, it's another piece that we're investing in the broker community.
I just want to say this. We closed a deal in 13 days. Me and Joanna. We have no business closing a deal in 13 days. What makes your processing and your systems so effective to where we could do something like that? Albeit it was a good borrower, but nevertheless, the whole system came crushing down on us. You guys carry so much of the weight in terms of the process. Talk about that for a minute.
You got to give yourself a little bit of credit, Brian. It all depends. I always say, and this is a big thing that I run with my brokers, is, you put a clean file in, you're going to get a clean file out of underwriting, right? So if you take the time to go through our system, which is, I don't want to say it's dummy proof or, anything like that, but it won't allow you to go to the next steps if you don't have the correct information in there. So you can't just throw junk in to the point where now we're trying to play catch up to catch up with the actual loan process, right? So like we do have our vendor team. We have vendor teams that help with the payoffs, help with title, help with all of that. So it allows things to go through the process very, very smooth and quickly. One of the other things that we have here at Rocket are crews, right? Like, so you have a group of underwriters that actually look at your file. You start to build relationships with those underwriters, and it allows you to work directly with an underwriter to get the file through very, very quickly, right? Like, instead of going back and forth with an email or back and forth, I don't know. I can think of 100 things that could slow a loan up. A lot of times our underwriters will call you directly and say, hey, this doesn't make sense, or I need a little bit more clarification on that. And it's a very quick turnaround time of just like, okay, either clearing a condition versus putting another condition out in front of the, in front of the broker that they may read the email wrong, or they may, and it goes back and forth. The back and forth is what I think slows a lot of loans up, to be honest with you.
There's a lot of people who talk about, Rocket's commitment to the mortgage broker, and I've seen this through spades. Tell me what it means to you and what it means to Rocket to be committed to the broker channel and what we bring to the table.
I think, you're starting to see a lot of things that we're doing right now that is just showing proof of the, what we have in how much we care about the broker channel, to be honest with you. Look at the free credit reports, free credit upgrades. We do it, like I said, we have the crews that are set up. It's just like, little things like that, as far as like the other thing that we have as well, that not a lot of people really even understand the importance of this, but like, for example, our rate locks only have to be good through signing.
Wow.
Full 30 days. If you lock a loan for 30 days, it's a true 30-day lock. Now, obviously on purchase and things like that, it funds on the same day, right? But when you start looking at a refinance, if you don't close that loan with a lot of other lenders, say day 26 or 27, you have that 3-day right to rescind. Those locks have to be good through those dates in most cases. With us, if your rate expires on the 30th and your client signs on the 30th, that rate's good. You don't have to worry about extending it or anything like that. The other thing that we have is our vault days, like our padlock days. Those are days that a broker will, I guess you could say, gain or kind of, I don't want to say like a reward system, but every time a broker closes a loan with us, they get 3 days put in a bank that they can use to extend that client's rate. So it takes kind of like the worry of paying for an extensions, paying for this and paying for that. Just there's not a lot of nitpicking, you know what I mean, when it comes to our benefits and what our brokers can use. If you're a broker of ours and we have the benefit, you can use it. You don't have to have certain criteria and things like that when it comes to most of the stuff that we have.
So what is the craziest loan that you've closed over the past couple of months?
Well, I'll tell you this. So I have a partner that we just closed a loan for, conventional loan in process. I think it was in process for like 15 days, right? We get right down to it and we find out that the client had done something while they're in process that caused their DTI to go up above what a conventional loan would allow them to do. Basically, the partner and I, the broker and I, were doing a little bit of brainstorming, and I said, well, why don't we flip this to FHA? The loan would work FHA, right? He's like, I can't do that. We only have 3 days left. Well, our team was able to, the first thing that we did, we went in, tried to see if the appraiser was HUD approved and could flip his appraisal to an actual FHA appraisal. Found out right away that they couldn't do that. So we ordered the appraisal, everything in the underwriter switched over to FHA, was actually able to order the appraisal, get the appraisal back. The next day, we were able to close on time still, which, I don't know if that's to me, that was like a huge thing, because at first I was told that the appraiser wasn't going to be able to get out there. And we pushed and pushed and pushed. Finally was able to get the appraiser out there and back and cleared in time to still fund the loan for the client. And that was actually on the last day of the month. So that's a huge thing for the broker, for the LO, because a lot of ways that they're set up is month by month, right? So if you don't close on that 30th, then you don't. She was very, very happy when it came to that.
Dude, Tom, I got to tell you, I mean this too. As far as account reps go, I could not ask for anything more. You're always responsive. You're always, helping out with files, helping out with situations. Even when it doesn't go through, you're always there. And dude, for that, I appreciate you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.